Yo. Uh, Thank you for tuning in to me. I had to get this out, but before I go into that, you're listening to the Queer Cancerian, and I gotta remind myself to not look at the camera, but to look at the camera lens, because I did that all the time on the last one, and it was not good at all. All right, so um, my if you hear some rumbling, that's my neighbor. He got like 808s, and you know, here we go. You hear it. Anywho, but he's a good one though. At least he plays his music when he gets out the lot. Some people are obnoxious and play when they're in the lot. Like, come on, bro. It's hey. Anyway, you're hearing whatever. Let's get it.
Ow. Ow.
What's up? This is me, the Queer Cancerian, and you are tuned in to the Off on Mondays, or now it's called the Queer Cancerian channel. But this is Raw on the Real. I was officially off on Mondays. I'm still off on Mondays, technically through the podcast. However, on my YouTube channel, it is the Queer Cancerian. It's the extended version. It's the download version. It's when I talk about something, then I talk on my podcast. That if I have something more to talk about or elaborate deeply, I will put it on the YouTube page or the YouTube channel so that I can channel, and whatever resonates. I do see myself am a clairvoyant. I am intuitive and everything and all that in a bag of flaming hot Doritos with cheese. No, flaming hot chips with cheese. You know what I'm saying? And anywho, so let's get it started. All right, so I woke up this morning with the hugest headache, okay? And it's so much that's going on right now. So Spirit is saying so much stuff. It's like it's a little girl and, or you like somebody and you got all these things that you want to tell them. Like, tell them I like him. Tell them he's cute. Tell them I think about him all the time, And we got the first clear the air. So you're going to hear a loud little ding-a-ma-ding here, okay? So we got to make sure that we clear the air so Spirit can talk to us, all right? So you're going to hear it in 1, 3, 2. All right, so we got that all cleared and focused. So we're getting everything together. I got my, I pressed the power button on my monitor. I was about to go crazy. I got my crystals here, as you can see, close by me. The practice normally is to have them at least a foot close to you, but whatever you do is whatever you do, So, anywho, let's get it into it. I had this headache, as I was saying, right? And it was horrible. I got up this morning, I had a stuffy nose. Normally I say, am I sleeping on the bed itself instead of a pillow? Because I can't sleep on the bed. I can, it's just if I do, I wake up congested and all this other crap. And I can't sleep too high because then my neck is uncomfortable. So the pillows that I have are flat pillows, and I normally interchange them, but whatever. You know how new pillows are. So, maybe I might go get a Mr. Pillow, sleep on some beans. So, but I had this dream here, and the night before I went to bed, I had posted a podcast talking about this emotions and feelings that I had that I was being downloaded to me from my person. Now, I say my person, and now I want to clarify that and saying that it's not just the person that I am thinking about, but it's the person that, that I love, that I'm connected to, that I love, that I'm connected to. I'm gonna just say it like that because that's how that feeling is coming out to say it. And I may be interrupted every now and then because if spirit has something for me to say or something to say to you directly, it will be said. And again, I am a Cancerian, so I'm mainly speaking to my Cancers. And if before I was interrupted and directed here by the spirit to put on something in the background to watch, or the doggies to watch too. And on top of that, while I'm saying it, Hercules is fine. He has a cone of shame on, but he was castrated, and I truly believe in doing that. One, for having the dog calm and chill a little bit, and two, he's not going to be, having any babies anytime soon. And I leave the breeding to the professionals. So yeah. Anyway, let's get back on track. So I had woke up this morning and I had this headache. It was a horrible headache, and like I was saying, that I had a download. Yes, well, technically today, but I had a download. I'm saying today because I work nights, so it's kind of interchangeable for me. So Sunday, I want to say Saturday and Sunday. I know for sure Sunday I was having this deep, overwhelming feeling of these feelings, and not even an emotion. And if you understand, if you listen to the podcast, the difference between feelings and emotions, the main difference between feelings and emotions is that feelings are they're conscious. Okay, so there's something that you consciously know how you feel. Like when you feel guilt, when you feel bad, when you feel guilt, you can feel guilt. Okay, guilt is not an emotion; it's a feeling. Okay, the emotion is, crying, sadness. So guilt is connected with sadness. So that would be a best example of feelings, emotions and feelings. Okay. So if you find out something, or you do something, you have that guilt that you feel, and then that sadness, or that anger, or happy, or resentment, or whatever it is that you can act out. And emotion is emotion is what you do. Okay, when you're happy, when you want to eat, when you got your food in your hand and you're doing that food dance, that's emotion. Think of it that way. All right, class is over. So then I got on, spit a little bit on my podcast, and I talk until spirit takes over and tells me what it is that needs to be told, so I can direct it to a mass of people who really want to understand and hear it. Now, again, this YouTube is for mental health, for self. I believe that we can all be connected to the divine. The divine can be connected to us. Divine can be whatever it is that you choose for it to be. I'm not here to judge. However, in order for that to happen, we have to have mental clarity of our own self, of our own oneness, of our uniqueness, of our beauty, of who we are as individuals and as people, in order for us to become better versions of our yesterday you. If you haven't known, I do suffer from anxiety. That's why if you've seen some of my videos, I may seem a little looking at this camera lens here. It's really bothering the out of me. Okay, it's like I want to look at the video here that I see, and I want to flip it over, but then I'm like, if I do it there, then it's going to be a black, and it's just weird. Okay, if you have anxiety, then you totally understand and you know what I'm talking about. It's the particulars that we pick up on. I want to let you also know that having anxiety is kind of, it's a struggle and battle. However, you can use that for your good. Okay, think of it as your superpower. All right, don't let it consume you. You consume it. Okay, you say, you know what? I have anxiety. I overthink. I look at the particulars and things like that. But it's just your body letting you know that intuitively there's something that's not right. There's something that's going on, and it's not for you to figure it out. It's for you to understand and to know, and then to speak your piece. Now, once you speak your piece and you understand that, I believe that you can be one with your anxiety and that you can live with it and y'all can cohabitate, co-parent or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's my whole rundown on anxiety, as well as having OCD, which I do really have at times. If you do watch my channel, if you see me fidgeting sometimes, or I'm doing this, or either playing with my hair or something, there's some things that I do to start fidgeting because my mind is thinking about something else, and I'm trying to finish out what it is that I'm saying in order to convey it clearly, because if I don't, I'll just let it run. Sometimes I let my mind run, and sometimes that bit is running all the way to El Segundo, okay, because they left their wallet there. All my hip-hop is, holla at me. All right. I also suffer from, and it's not just anxiety, it's generalized anxiety disorder, and then there's also PTSD or CPSD, depending on how you want to put it. I'm not a DSM-5, I'm not a psychologist, I am not a therapist, I am not a counselor. I'm just myself, and I do a lot of studying. I do have family who is in that area, and I do have professional help as well. And it's all about the work that you do, okay? So I totally believe and I totally am for therapy and cognitive therapy, and for you to actually go through it and do it, okay? Don't just say that you're going to do it. And now if you want to pray, if you want to ask God or Buddha, whoever it is that you serve for clarity, that's fine. Let that be between you and your God. However, if someone chooses that they want to have therapy, I totally believe that you should support them 100%, because I guarantee you they will support you 100% in what it is that you want to choose and do, and be there with them. Go to a session or two with them if you so choose to. Who knows? You may like it, you may not. But don't knock somebody because they want to, and don't say that you're going to do something that you're not. I'm speaking to a certain person when I say that, okay? Don't say that you're going to go to therapy just because you say that and it will help someone, and it will, goodness, I'm just going to download right now. See? Okay, that's weird. Okay, I'm sorry. I just got it download. So the download that I got was, and this is for a person out here, is that, and it's also, it's a memory, okay? So it's a memory of my person here, and it's clarity as well, and it's saying that, they're getting help. They're going to therapy, okay? They're going to therapy, or they went to therapy, but I still see and I hear, like, I don't, it's almost as if it's like, we just using that as a ploy, that's what I'm talking about. When I get these downloads, it's very heavy, so it's just like therapy was there, and it's not better, it's worse, and I wish I never went. It just really showed me how much apart we are. That's what I'm getting. It's that a couple going to therapy, whether it be my person or your person, and it just shows you how apart you guys are and how better friends you guys would be, if that's making sense, if that's resonating with someone, that you're better off as friends, but you're trying to make a friendship a love ship, which you can have it but not sexually, and to move the hell on. Like, it's okay. You guys can do it. Once you get past that, we are just holding on to something that is unnecessary. Like, we just holding on to something. I totally see a whole better future separate. Like, I see you guys still in love. I see you guys still happy. I see you guys co-parenting. However, it's not together. Like, you guys have this bond, this connection. But let me see. It's, you guys are connected. It's like you guys are together, but you're not romantic. Wow. It's and I'm feeling it here. And it's like, it's love. There's so much love there. I'm gonna have to leave that one alone, because that is Ooh, that is just getting too deep there. But that's what I'm picking up, is that it's love there, but it's okay. So it's love that's covered by, holding on to something that needs to be let go. That's the best way I can put it. Is just because you have love there, and I totally understand, this makes sense to me now. Once you get past that, okay, I love this person, this is it, this is forever, I can see this person, that's true. However, let it go. Let it go. And whoever it is don't want to, but they gotta let it go. So yeah, that's tugging at my heart right there. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and keep on. So yeah, I do have that OCD as well. And so this channel here will talk all about that and keep that core. That is the foundation. Noticing that this is to help people who have that generalized anxiety, have OCD, is taking medication and therapy. Because I do take medication, even though I had to stop some, and I had to stop taking some of the medication because it was truly messing with me emotionally, physically, mentally. Like, I was unstable. I mean, I was freaking having sweats. Like, I was sweating. It was one medication that I was taking, and I noticed I haven't sweated as much now when I was taking it. But it was raising my body temperature where I was just sweating, and it was just now I'm thinking about it, it was messing with me mentally, and it was messing up my whole mental state. And I have clarity now, but hopefully I can edit up and clean it up pretty good, because it's dark over here, it's cloudy where I'm at, and that's how it is in the shot, So throw your hands up in the sky. Anywho, so yeah, so the name of this one, okay, I have to put that down and let me write it before I forget it, because y'all know I ain't worked nothing. So I'm gonna put down here, I'm gonna write that down, okay? So it's Hear Your Heart. Okay, it's just like the Mario song. And basically the download that I got this morning was the song with Mario. I can hear your heart crying out for me. And this song mainly is about I'm gonna say a couple, because I'm queer, so take that as it is. So I don't see sex, I don't see gender, I just see whatever it is that is meant for me. And right now, it's as open as it can be. Preference is a totally different thing. My sexual preference, that's a totally different thing. As far as relationship goes, yeah. So we not even gonna get on that, because that's none of your business. So who I choose to let in is who I choose to let in. What I'm saying, to make sure we clarify this, is that it can be whoever it is that you like. Okay? All right. Let's keep it moving. So with the song Mario's talking about, I guess this, it just popped up in my head. I never really listened to the song because it kind of connected with an ex of mine, and I'm starting to tear down those walls of having songs being correlated with something negative and turning that to a positive. And then I find out that when I listen to the song, it's actually enjoyable. There's been times when I was listening to a song and an ex looked at me like, I'm like, it's just a freaking song. I'm not thinking about nobody when I hear this song. However, that's another form of projection, is that, oh my goodness, you have to be careful about people projecting their thoughts onto you, their beliefs onto you. I would always like to say that when I speak to someone, I totally am speaking in the future tense. And it may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but it will happen, and I just foresee it. So if I can tell someone, hey, I feel like you're not into me, I don't feel a connection, and I just need to know, are we friends or are we lovers or whatever? And normally that response that I get back, which we'll go into in this here channel, is that the main thing we want to look at is a person's response, and how they respond to what you're saying, especially if what you are saying is of substance and it's coming from your sacral chakra. Okay? If it's coming from your solar plexus, if it's coming from your heart chakra, if it's coming from your throat, it's all those you have to take into count, because when you say that, you are putting your emotions on your feelings on the mind. And again, what are feelings? Feelings are something that's conscious. It's something that you feel deep inside that is telling you, your awareness, your intuition, that is saying something's not right here. And if you tell that person in confidence and you say, hey, I think you still hooked up on your past. I think you need to work out on some things with your ex. I don't feel like there's a lot of give and take in here. I feel lonely. I don't feel secure. If you are relying that and you're using I feel statements, okay, instead of saying you don't do this, you don't do that, da 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 da, you have to understand the difference between the two. I feel statements is clarifying within yourself. This is me. This is how I'm feeling, and I need to be understood and heard. And this is something that is not fulfilling for me. This is something that is bothering me. And if it's bothering me, I am not happy. And if I am not happy, I don't want it. So it's putting it on you to, you're voicing your opinion and making it known, and you're letting yourself be heard, and you're speaking up for yourself, okay? So we talk a lot about inner child and shadow work. Well, now we're talking about healing and dealing with the adult person, okay? We did our shadow work. We did our inner child. We healed that. Now it's time to get to the adult, okay? So my inner child would be Chrissy. My adult would be Christina. So that's what we're dealing with now. Now we're dealing with Christina, what Christina needs, Christina wants, Christina's actions. How is she going to take it? Will she take it? And I'm noticing that whenever I do get downloads, or whenever I do get these astral projections of people in the past, present or future, it's no longer me acting through my inner child, no longer me acting through the child, Chrissy, but it's going into the adult Christina, who now has to take action without being the mommy or being the bully that protects Chrissy. Because Chrissy knows, hey, everything is okay, everything is all right. This has happened. We're healed from that. We don't need to hide anymore. We can say, you know what? Yeah, that happened, but that's not a part of me anymore. Now, Chrissy needs to know she can't rely on, Christina needs to know she can't rely on Chrissy, okay? And I know it may sound weird because I'm talking to myself in third person, but this is the best way that I can relay it to help you out. So I say to myself, you know what? Chrissy's healed. It's Christina that has to deal with it now. What is Christina going to do? All Christina knows is anger. All Christina knows is bitterness. All Christina knows is you're not feeling. But once you make that peace and an understanding to know that everything does not have to be a battle, everything can be talked smoothly, that the reason why it wasn't is because it was never talked smoothly to Chrissy. Chrissy understands that now, and that she can tell Christina and she can say, you know what, we can work together on this. How are we going to fix this? Instead of just yelling demands and yelling actions and things like that, healing that part, saying, you know what, I never got to buy I don't know, Michael Jordan shoes when I was growing up. And instead of being angry and saying, I'm going to buy those shoes, I don't give a care if I waste my money or if this is my last dime, I'm going to do it. Instead of acting in that action, I say, you know what? I know I really want them, but can I get them? Do I need them? Am I going to wear them all the time? Am I just doing this because I want to satisfy something that I didn't get as a child? And if I do it because I didn't get it to satisfy me as a child, is it going to benefit for me? Is it just going to hit the ego, or is it going to hit the heart? You know? Or if it's going to hit the bank. So this is the part of the mental wealth itself that we need to start focusing and working on. And this all ties into relationships and the people that we date, yada, yada, yada. Okay? I've been with a lot of people, not like that, but I've known a lot of people, been with a lot of people, introduced to a lot of people. But the main thing that I hear is that relationships are similar to their parent, mine included. even when I see someone and I hear about their relationship, I say, wow, what is it about me in my life that is similar to theirs? Because if it's anything that's similar to theirs and it's not in a healthy way, I need to fix and I need to adjust that, because that lets me know that there's something inside me that is attracting these people here. Now, I don't need to attract anybody who is going to amplify what I already have in my home, unless it's to amplify it to make me better, unless they're going to amplify it to help me grow. But if they are, and that was a signal, that was Spirit telling you, message, that was if I'm with this person and if something in them shows that, man, my parents are just like that, and we can't talk and discuss about it, or they can't give me a rap and see how they got over it or how to get over it or help me to go through it, then that lets me know, I can't be with that person, because they're still working on it. And if they're working on it and I'm working on it, and then we're working on something, we may not have the same thing. We may not have the same understanding, because we're still trying to work on something that's both new to us. So we're trying to figure it out at the same time. We may bump heads in the middle, find out that it's just a lot. It's better in some cases to have experience in that situation before you do it. You can't call a contractor to come and build your home and a baker. You would not call a baker to come and build you a house unless you Pedro and you want a cake. You can build you a cake, but we ain't talking about that, okay? All right? Well, in dynamite. So, with that being said, going forward, is I'm at a place now, and I'm smiling because Spirit is like, yeah, that's my girl. Yeah, doing a lane dance, I'm talking about. So, So anywho, all my Seinfeld gang, give me a thumbs up in the comment box below, okay? Give me a thumbs up. Y'all sleeping on Seinfeld, all right? Y'all can have friends, but y'all sleeping on Seinfeld, all right? I can watch Seinfeld and freaking laugh about the Festivus for the rest of us, or Bizarro World, Bizarro Jerry, you know what I'm saying? The spit, the loogie that you heard around the world, you know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing about the slap on Chris and Will. That loogie, it takes the cake. Anyway, the Poppy and the couch. Come on, come on. Don't look at me like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. My color, don't let my color fool you, all right? Don't let my color fool you. It's just what God wanted to bless me with, you know what I'm saying? Hey, another ding. It just don't let it fool you. Just what I wanted to be blessed with, Anywho, let's get on something else now. So, with all that being said, once you have all that together, then you have clarity. Now, when you have clarity, and this is when your heart is aligned, when your mind, body, soul, and spirit is aligned, when you're no longer trying to figure it out, but you're going through with feelings, not emotions, okay? We understand the difference, and I'm not going back over that. Look it up. But you are using your feelings, and you're making a conscious decision to do the right thing. And the only way that you can do that is by doing the work. The only way you can do that is by not trying to fool yourself and everybody else. The only way you can do that, to have clarity in your mind, is by releasing whatever is keeping you captive. What I mean by that is you have to understand, this is the editing that I had when I woke up this morning. And I couldn't do anything. I was going to walk the dogs, like I seen in the little short I made. I was going to walk the dogs. I was going to get ready to prepare myself to go to this intuition reading that I really wanted to go to. I really did. Hopefully the universe can divinely. I'm scratching my nose because it is goodness. I hope the universe will divinely, I find order or something like that. I feel bad that I can't go. However, this is the adult me, and this is why I had to make this video, is because the adult me would have been Chrissy saying, well, we never get to go anywhere. Another example. I love examples. I love using parables, okay? Chrissy wouldn't go anywhere. Chrissy can do this. Chrissy can do that. Mom and Daddy couldn't take us anywhere, but we got a car. We can do this and that. Chrissy's like, yeah. But you know what? Nah. adult Christina's like, yeah. So Chrissy is like the Chrissy, for those of you who just now tuning in, is the shadow child, the inner child. That's shadow work. And I'm saying, you know what? Chrissy, like, you know what? Yeah, I know we couldn't do this and that. However, I noticed that whenever I do that, sometimes the outcome isn't too good. And then Christina says to Chrissy, you know what? I understand that too, and we just can't. We come to an understanding of some things that we just can't do, and to just let it go. Let it flow, let it flow. Oh, goodness, here we go. Hold on a second. But as I was saying, so I'm at the point now where I do have growth, where I'm no longer being conformed or being in a box. See, there go that OCD I'm looking at right now. Hold on a second. My OCD is kicking in. There we go. Okay. So I had this understanding that I no longer can do things because I was not able to do them or was not able to get them as a child, regardless on why. It doesn't matter the why. Just know that I will not be held under contempt because I could not do that. Now, I can understand and see if it was something that I couldn't color because my parents didn't like, coloring. I had to color inside the line. I'm talking about things within means. Whenever it's something that is a point of trying to be controlled, trying to gain that control. And mainly, like I said, that was me wanting to, just looking at Hercules. So y'all can see him. Want to say hello? You said hello? Oh, okay. Yeah, I love you too. Say hello. Hello. You showing them that you want to cone the shame? Okay. He loves his mommy. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. Basically, it's me coming to the understanding that there are some things that I have to fight for and some things I just have to fight, and I'm learning that. And like I was saying, I wanted to go to this intuition class to work more on my intuition, and I can't because there's a lot of things that's been working against me that are positives, okay, that makes sense, that I concluded that I is the result for. And it had made me think of, I'm helping people out that can't help me, or I'm helping people out to prove to people that I am who I say that I am, when again, in the end, they do not care about me. And it's sad to say that, because even when I'm thinking about it, the person in mind can say, well, that's not true. However, like I said, it's all in the response on how that person responds. A reaction is mainly the emotional part of you, because reaction is something that you act to. You are reacting, which means to repeat the action that was given to you. So if a person tells you, you know what, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, you're accusing me. Okay, instead of say that they're lying, you are reacting to the way how they felt, because how they originally felt was anger. So you're going to react with anger. Okay, that's where the whole understanding comes from of, well, you give them what they gave you. You come at me like that, I'm coming at you like that. We need to stop that cycle. And that's basically what I was doing, even in a positive manner, and I have to say this, to where if I could return back the hands of time with that one person, I would have stopped the car and I would have said, what's going on? Can we talk about this? And in my mind, I was thinking the person's not going to listen. The person's not going to talk about it. And if I had to deal with that, then I would have to deal with that. However, I know I would have left knowing that I stuck to what it is that needed to be said. And the outcome could have been different. It could have been explained, but instead I was giving them the same thing that they gave me. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in anger. It could just be the same type of energy. That's why when I say matching energies, you can match energies in a negative way. However, what we need to start doing is matching energies in the way that it's supposed to be in the positive. How you do that? Easily. As I was saying, instead of me playing silent, me looking over there and saying, okay, that's how you want to be, I'm not going to say anything, me to skirt, what's going on? I'm not going to move this car until we have an understanding and we talk. I can't go on any further without us having this to clear this air. If you don't want this to go any further, I can turn the car around and we can end it right here. But I'm not going to go any further without us talking like this. And literally, that's what I had in here. That's what I had all up in here. But I was like, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to damage it. I don't want to. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Goodness. I don't want to damage it. I don't want to make it seem like I'm being this and that. But from now on, what she taught me is to speak with my motherfucking heart. To speak my words, speak my truth. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. Two tears in a bucket. So anywho, so with that being said, that's the one thing that I wish that I would have done. I totally believe that the outcome would have been different. I would have left feeling with a sense of accomplishment instead of being a coward and hiding and not being 100% honest and true to myself and to others. And anyway, either outcome, it got me to where I am now, which is the moment of enlightenment, which is saying that I got to work on my shadow self. I have to work on my inner child. I have to work on my delivery. And yeah, but in the end, if I think about it, it still happened the way that it was supposed to happen. Okay. Everything plays out the way that it's supposed to be, regardless. And I'm meaning that it was not supposed to be meant for me to say that at that time, because I may have not been ready. The person may have said something that could have did more damage. However, now that I know that the next person that I get in contact with, that is what's going to happen. And this time I'll be prepared for it. You're okay. So I wanted to go, all that being said, I wanted to go to, and I'm sorry because I really get into depth. I really like to explain myself clearly so it can be understood, so that no one can be left out in the dark and no one can be left out unknown and uncertain. Because I know how it is when someone's trying to explain something to you and you like, okay, I'm even more messed up than when I left before. But anyway, so so I worked on my shadow self, Chrissy, okay, and I'm working on my adult self, Christina, to the point where now when I do get these downloads or I do get these feelings, I'm not somewhere in a corner crying, that I'm actually sitting. And reversing to the whole beginning of me sitting here is I had this download when I woke up this morning and I had a heavy headache and I was going to walk the babies. I was going to walk the dogs. Hopefully I can get through this without an interruption. I was walking the babies, I was walking the dogs, and something just said, no, stop. Besides the fact that, Hercules decided to just do what he wanted to do on the white carpet. Let's have a moment of me being able to chill when I seen it, and I couldn't really get upset because, but I still could because he know better. Anyway, so, I was about to get ready to go. Spirit was like, no, you need to meditate. You need to sit your ass down. You need to listen. You need to talk. You need to get yourself together. You need to focus because we need to get this taken care of. And basically, somebody is crying out and they're calling for you. Now, you can be connected with someone. You don't necessarily have to talk to that person. Physically, you don't have to be there, but mentally, it's going to be therapeutic for you and for the other person. Okay. So, anywho, I did light a candle. I didn't do sage. Spirit was just like, we just need you to just get to it and get this cleared out now. Okay. So I sat down and there's a download that I had gotten, and the download I got, you gotta excuse me, I'm telling you, my nose is really itchy. I don't know what it is. But the download that I got was a person who was feeling rather low. It was a person who was feeling it wasn't like low, it was hurt. Whatever news that came to them, it hit them like a ton of bricks. And you know how you have that whole feeling of you putting your whole heart, mind, body, and soul into something, and in the back of your mind, you know that it's not going to work, but you're doing it because it's the right thing to do. It's the logical thing to do. I'm hearing this for the kids or whatever. And you end up more wounded than how you left. Well, that's what I had got. And if you hear cracking too, that's my nose. If you hear me cracking every now and then, you hear that? That's my nose. I have sinus issues, but whatever. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Oh my gosh. See? And I do not have allergies. That's weird. Anywho, so moving right along. And this person, it was weird because I said, okay, this has to be her. This has to be my person. However, I wasn't in the mix of it. I wasn't a choice. I wasn't a decision. Now, interjectively speaking of it, it was more of me being a fly on the wall. You know, just sitting here. And all I felt, all I seen, I mean, it was dreading. It was horrid, you know, the way that I say that because I felt really, really heavy. And I didn't feel any pity. I didn't feel any shame. It wasn't it wasn't none of that for her. It was mainly like, wow, you know, I didn't even feel sorry for her or anything. It was just a moment of where I was just there to just be. And as I was sitting there and I was meditating and I was letting the download go through and I was consciously making that effort to clarify what was being said and done, it came to me that you have to stop, and this is for someone, stop making decisions with your head. Okay? I know the saying goes that, you know, you got to use your head and things, but in this situation, you have been using your head and the outcome has not been the same. And you think that it's a heart decision because it's love, but it's not. It's a different connection. So you have your mind, you have this logical sense, and in your mind, it's not the memories that's in your heart, but it's the memories that's in your mind of what it is, what it could be. The person has you mentally locked down, and your heart is 100% in a totally different atmosphere of where it wants to be. And your heart is like, if we're over here, but you're over there, you need to catch up. Okay? And I'm just trying to break it down instead of going the long route that I had to get there. I had to get there to have clarity. But it is more saying that you have to use your heart this time of the decision. As I said in the short, is that stop doing the American dream, the white picket fence, the kid, the dog, the job, the college, all of that. Get out of that mindset. I mean, if you want to choose it, that's you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But what is being led for me to tell you is to go with your heart. Your heart is crying out, like the song Mario said, because you've been making this up in here. You're trying to make it make sense, and it's not, because your heart is saying we're down here. And once you connect that heart with your mind, you can have clarity yourself, clarity of the whole situation, and walk away from it, and knowing that you're making the best decision for you, what makes you happy, not what makes them happy. And what I mean by what making them happy is because they have you up here. As long as they have you up here, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to do anything. You have to be happy with yourself. And to be happy with yourself, you have to get this heart in order. You got to do some heart chakra meditation. I would say do some heart chakra meditation. I'm hearing that from spirit. They're telling me do some heart chakra meditation. Get that heart together. Stop moving on and stop trying to lay with this, that, and the other person, because you're going to find yourself laying up with the person that's supposed to be your forever person that you're going to hurt, because you're going to be with this karmic person, and you're going to have to face judgment. You're going to have to face judgment no matter what it is that you do. Nobody gets away with nothing. You may think that you are, but in the middle of the night, What's your brain telling you? In the middle of the night, what's your heart telling you? And I guarantee you that the majority of us is waking up with this, something's just not right. It's the feeling that you get, that you know. Stop being based on emotions and go by your feelings and that conscious decision, that conscious mindset, that conscious thought that lets you know what it is, and let it go. And it's going to be hard. For me, it's hard. It was hard to come to reality to know I really am in love with this person. My nose. I'm really am in love with this person, and I can't let them go as much as I want to and need to. And when I do, I still feel that tugging and that pulling of them. So instead of me saying, oh, they really want to be with me, I just say, you know what? I'm still going to work towards releasing and letting them go. However, if it's going to be one of those slow things to let go, then it's going to be one of those slow things to let go. But I'm still going to be there for them. Like I said, I wrote an email and I told the person that I'm still going to be there for you. Even though you may not want to talk to me, you may not want to see me, you may not want nothing to do with me, but I want to let you know that you still have somebody out there. And by me putting that out there, is me still being connected, but not in a romantic way. By me just saying, you know what, I'm there, and if you need someone to help you figure it out, I'm there for you, so that when that time comes for us to speak, all the words will be let out. All the things that need to be said will be put out there. And that's not only for myself, but that's also for you. That it is okay if you wake up and you think of that person. Don't automatically think that they're thinking about you. Take that time, breathe it in, and say, what is it that you're trying to say? Connect with them spiritually, not mentally, not physically, but spiritually. And ask, what is it that you're trying to say? The majority of the time, they probably just want to say, you know, I messed up, you know, and if your response is, they choose me, they want to be with me. Nah, you still need some healing to grow, because I was okay and fine that I wasn't in the mix. I was okay and fine that I wasn't a decision. I was okay and I was fine that I was like, okay, so I'm not in here. It's just kind of confusing. Why am I? Because that person just needs someone to listen, someone to hear, because it's going to come a time when it's ready for that communication and you want to be ready. They already know what they had to do. You just waiting. And you in the waiting room, patiently waiting, reading the magazine, you know, going over and getting you some cup of water, you know, getting your coffee, filling that up. You patiently waiting. And just like the Mario song, I can hear your heart crying out for me. Coming in and save me. I want to say to someone that does not necessarily mean to be with that person. It does not necessarily mean sexually, physically, mentally. It just means to be there, be present. Just by being present in that moment and observing it and understanding it, you'll have that clarity. But the only way you can get to that clarity is by making the conscious decision to stop living in your head and doing what's logical and what's right and what you believe is what everybody else is going to see. Stop caring about what everybody else is thinking and what they're going to say. Oh, well, how my kids are going to feel. I'm going to tell you this. You know what it is. You just don't want to do it because you're afraid. And if that's afraid of letting go, to start something new, because you are not used to doing something new, because you've never done it, or you've done it one time and you had a bad experience and you said you're never going to do it again, so I'm going to stay with this karmic pattern, karmic partner, you're going to continue getting the same results. Something is telling me to, I implore you, something Spirit is saying, you got to make that change. You got a choice to make. Cancers, most definitely we have a choice to make. That person is coming into your life, that forever person is coming there. We as Cancers, and I believe the reason why we as Cancers have a choice to make is because throughout the years we've been crapped on. Okay? And I don't want to say 22 years, but something's just telling me for years we've been crapped on because we've been trying to be emotionally led because we're the emotions of the zodiac. But you know what? No, we're going to start using our I feel statements. We're going to start using the conscious decision of saying, you know what? I feel like it's time for me to choose a different route. I love you. I want to be with you. I'm there for you. I'm here for you. However, there you go. That spirit letting you know, I love you. I'm here for you. I'm there for you. And whenever you hear a ding, please timestamp that and go back and hear it again and get that message. That's the spirit telling you that. So it's basically saying, I hear you. I love you, but I'm not even cruel. Do you understand now how powerful you are, Cancer? We're the feelings, we're the emotions of the zodiac. If you can channel that and master that and be able to say, you know what, you're right. I'm here for you. Control those emotions. Do you know how much power you have in the palm of your hand by controlling your emotions? People can get a hold and get control of you. They can get your emotions. And if they get control of your emotions, they can get control of your mind. And they can control your mind wherever you go, no matter it doesn't matter wherever you go. Your decisions, your thought, your process, your patterns is going to be based on theirs. It's not until you get that mental together. And that's why you're still stuck in that rut. That's why you're still making those decisions. That's why you're crying. That's why you're saying I messed up. Because you're basing your choices and decision on someone else's thinking. I'm going to have to go back and get you some schooling. Form is emptiness and emptiness is form. We get what we give. Right? No matter what you do, no matter where you are, emptiness is going to be formed anyway. Any way how you look at it, emptiness is a form. Okay? You can cut your hair, you can paint your toenails, you're still going to be you. Okay? Don't forget that. It was a saying that I had on there too about emptiness and form is emptiness. Let me read this here, okay? As always, form is emptiness, or as it isness, okay? As it is. So emptiness, as it is, okay? As it is. Form is as it is. Form is, no matter if I decide to chop off Peanut's hair, he's still going to be the same Peanut, okay? And it's going to grow back, okay? So going on to that. And emptiness is also form, because emptiness is the cause of form, and the various aspects of form arise from it. Without emptiness, there would be no form. In this way, the emptiness of form is essentially not distinct from form, and form also is not essentially distinct from emptiness. That's the Heart Sutra. Okay? Basically what it's saying, and what's meant for you to hear, is saying that it's going to take form no matter where it is. You can leave that person, but if they're still up in here, it's still going to be with you. You're still going to take the form of that person. You can leave the situation, but not the person. I have a podcast that talks about leaving to stay or staying to leave. You can stay with that person and leave mentally, but you're still going to be there. You can go out and be with somebody else and say you're trying to make it work here, but you're still going to be there, even if you're trying to find something new, and that's not going to be fair to that other person, because you're trying to fix something that can't be fixed, that cannot be reconciled. And it's the same thing on the other form of saying that you're leaving to stay. So you chose that I'm going to leave this toxic situation, this karmic pattern with this person, to go to somewhere where I know that I can be loved, equal, where I can have enjoyment, where I can wake up in the morning and not have to worry 5 minutes later something's going to happen. I'm going to be ticked off about something. That's special for somebody there. That's really special for somebody there. That's also on my podcast too. Now, I'm just starting out, so it may sound a little low. So I advise you, if you listen to it, and then turn it down towards the end. But it's really good, and it's meant for you to have it in your earphones too. I guess that's how it was meant to say. So I'm just gonna put it that way there. So how it was sent out was how it's supposed to be, and that's why I'm gonna let Spirit's telling me that. But Spirit wants me to let you know to go back and listen to that. There's another one I have called Jump. And I'm saying all this because the way that I speak is not me speaking myself. It's Spirit that's speaking to me, to you, to let you know that what you're feeling is real. Listen, what you're feeling is real. Make that conscientious decision to make that choice to say, I'm going to go on my feelings and not on my emotions. I'm not going to go through the emotions. I'm not going to stay with this person and go through the emotions, because It's only for that time. It's only for that moment. And when it's up, happiness only happens because of the happenstances and the happenings. But joy is forever. You know, joy is something that you get joy. Nobody can give you joy. Okay? Nobody can. Mary J. Blige says, "You bring me joy," but I don't want you to bring me joy. I have joy. I want joy. I can get happiness because of the happenstances. I'm angry because of that moment. And I'm telling you, there's things that's going to happen. And sometimes it's just there for a little while. But I want everlasting to the everlasting. So I just wanted to share that with you because I have to hurry myself up. That use your heart. Hey, okay, thank you, SWB. Thank you, Spirit. Use your heart and not your eyes. Baby, just relax and why? Oh, I sound horrible. Because your eyes can deceive you. Mine can too. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. You're using your eyes and your mind in the dark and you see something that ain't supposed to be there. Your heart is racing because your heart don't even know what the hell's going on. But I'm telling you, use your heart, not your eyes. Once you use your heart, then everything else will make sense. Let the heart listen. Let the heart decide. The heart knows. Okay, the heart is the strongest. If you lose your heart, you lose everything else. I'm telling you, there's parts of your body that you can, but you need your heart. Your heart pumps all the blood. Look at what the heart does. Strongest muscle in the body, I believe. Strongest muscle in the body works to keep you alive. So use your heart, not your eyes. I think I might label it that. Use your heart and not your eyes. Yeah, I was going to label hear your heart crying out for me, but I'm going to go with use your heart and not your eyes. That's a little bit more tasteful. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. This is me, the Queer Cancerian. You've been listening to The Raw and the Real, where we talk about everything from mental health to mental wealth and self, because that's the foundation of everything. Again, like I said, let me a Queer Cancerians. I'm here for all my cancers, all my Cancerians. Also for my Leos, because I have Leo in Venus, and I have Leo rising, and a little bit for the Scorpios, because I got Uranus in Scorpio. So yeah, that's my alter ego. I want to say that. So my Leo is my alter ego. Okay, I'm on Leo cusp. That's what I'm there for you for. Also here for my Sagittarius sisters, because I love you. Oh my God, you Sagittarius make me drool. I want to say this on record. People say that Cancers and Sagittarians are not meant to be together, but the more and more I see where they are and their dislikes or whatever, the more and more I say it's because they're meant to be together. I'm sorry. What's better for a sarcastic person than a Cancer? A sarcastic Sagittarius and a Cancer. You know, you can say that we and be in emotions and stuff like that, but you gotta understand, you guys don't have it. You guys just say whatever the hell you want to say, and us Cancers can hold it in. So you can say to us whatever it is that you want to say. We gonna look at you like, yeah, that's what you say. That's what you say. I'll let you hear me now. If you're Sagittarius and you're my person, I'm talking to you. I'm waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. We waiting. He just solidified it. You know what I'm saying? He just solidified it. All right, though. So, with all that being said, we are out. We are about to go and get this done taken care of. But remember, use your heart, not your eyes. And that person that you're with is your karmic pattern. You want to get rid of it, get rid of it. Oh, what you always say? I holla.